Wow, 20,000 subscribers, over 200,000 views just on YouTube, and almost 30,000 followers on Instagram. This past year has been absolutely insane, and I just can't thank you guys enough. But how did we get here? How did a random kid who just wanted to make video games end up on national TV and gaining millions of views? Today, I'm gonna take you through my entire journey from struggling to make my first game to blowing up on YouTube, and at the very end, the moment you've all been waiting for, my official face reveal. So, let's rewind all the way back to where it all started. Before I even started this channel, I actually had and still have a gaming channel. But before we get to that, we have to rewind even further back, like all the way to 2016. So back then, I was obsessed with Super Mario, and when I found out about Super Mario Maker, I knew I had to play it. The problem, it was only for the Wii U, a console nobody even knew existed. But I didn't care, I got a Wii U just for that game. And from there, my love for creating levels and eventually games really started. Now, fast forward to 2019, and I had this thought, hey, I want to make my own games. So my dad got me a programming course, and I hated it. It was boring, it made no sense, and I just wasn't feeling it, to be honest. But then I discovered Unity, and that's when everything changed. Around the same time, I also started my first YouTube channel, Sam Gamer. I know, super creative. The videos were terrible, cringe, badly edited, but hey, everyone has to start somewhere. So I kept making those videos until I hit 2K subs, which, let's be real, was like 95% because of one YouTube short that somehow got 1 million views. Meanwhile, while this was going on, I was getting better at game development, and in 6th grade, we had this project where we could do literally anything as long as we documented our progress. Now, most people chose things like learning an instrument, practicing a language, or even making a Minecraft build, but I went all out and decided to make a 2D platformer in Unity for the first time. I called it Gooey Math. Basically, my whole school was overrun by goo monsters and the player had to save it. I even added a final boss, it was pretty cool. Now, the game wasn't exactly amazing, but my teacher was impressed enough to let me pass. Then, in early 2024, I had an idea. I wanted to make an actual game studio and develop games under it. So, I created a new YouTube channel and named it Piggle Studios. Why? Well, back then I had a Minecraft minigame world, and I randomly named it Piggle Games for some reason. And I liked the name, so I just kept it. Now, I needed an idea for my first real game, so I came up with Apples and Bananas, a top-down shooter where you play as Jack and Apple, a soldier in a war between apples and bananas. I made a full storyline for the game, and it was pretty cool. Now, the game itself, it wasn't great, but I learned a lot from it. So I paused the development and started working on something new. But this time, inspired by game developers like Danny, I wanted to document my progress and post it onto a brand new YouTube channel. So that's when I made Space Cannon, a mobile game where you play as a pirate defending Earth from aliens using a cannon. I uploaded the devlog and it got about 200 views. Not great, but I wasn't too bothered. Then in June, I released both Space Cannon and an early access version of Apples and Bananas. Things were going great, but then in August of 2024, I was messing around on my desktop highlighting random stuff when I thought, hey, this would be a cool idea for a game. So I made a much smaller project about defending your PC from viruses. By the way, in my last video, I said it would be the last time I talk about this game, so if you haven't watched that, go watch part 1 and 2 after this video. Anyway, that devlog started getting way more views than my previous one, which I totally didn't expect. On day 1, it had 500 views, which was already crazy because it was better than my last video. Then day 2, 1,000 views. Day 3, 4,000 views, 9,000 views, and it just kept growing until it got over 100,000 views. And just keep in mind, I had 29 subscribers. So I made another devlog where I created a 3D game, then another one where I created a rage game, and suddenly my channel was exploding. I was gaining so many new viewers and subscribers, it was insane. And I was and still am so thankful for all of you guys. These videos took time to make, and since I was literally making a whole game for each one, I could only post about once a month. But who cares? It was working. People were actually enjoying my content. And if that wasn't crazy enough, then out of nowhere, I got an opportunity to do an interview in Brazil with a famous influencer who had over 200,000 followers. So I met up with him, did the interview, and thought, cool, maybe it'll get like 100,000 views, and I'll get some more attention to my channel. But that didn't happen. It didn't get 100,000 views. It didn't even get a million. It got 20 million views, and that absolutely skyrocketed my Instagram and YouTube. And since I was getting a ton of new Brazilian viewers, I made my next video in both English and Portuguese to thank them, and both videos did really well, though the English one still got more views. Then I got invited to appear on a news station in Brazil, and just like that, I was on national TV. Hey guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment your idea for the next one, and subscribe. Oh, and also join the Discord server and boost it if you can. Alright, see ya!